Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. KJRadio.com. 844-551-8255. I love the spin on Weinstein and how all the Holly weirdo chicks have suddenly broken their silence on Harvey Weinstein. While leftist women marched on Washington for women's rights against Donald Trump, they've apparently been Mirandized on Weinstein. You have the right to remain silent, Holly Weird. And they took us up on it. They did it. They remained silent. Yeah. Amazingly so. I've seen multiple things from these leftists where they'll have the tape over the mouth and they say, Donald Trump tries to silence us. Or the black football players, Donald Trump is silencing us, man. And on, leftists will talk about being silenced, the First Amendment rights being revoked by us. Who's revoking their rights? Who's been silenced over the past couple of decades? You be the judge. No, I don't want to influence you. Who's been silenced? What can you not talk about? Say something about Obama. Watch what happens. Say you like Trump. Watch what happens. Say you're a conservative in Hollywood, in academia. Say you own a business, whatever. You're a money-grubbing capitalist, and on and on and on. And you know what? Hollywood is all of that on steroids. People making crazy money. Well, who's it? Rosie O'Donnell, $7 million a year. Keith Olbermann, $7 million a year. For what? How much does Jimmy Fallon make? How much do these late night talk show hosts make? Do you find them interesting? Are they compelling? Do you really want to sit and listen to their drivel? And holy mother of Lily Ledbetter, I thought leftism empowered women. And where is leftism born and raised? Would that be Californicate? Yeah, it is. The epicenter of leftist evil. The state of California. How many of you thought California, and particularly Hollywood, was so progressive? How many powerful women are there in Hollywood? There are movie studio heads, moguls, movers, and shakers sent there to both break through the glass ceiling and to showcase how great leftism is for women. Where are they? What are they doing? What have they done for women? Two of the most powerful women in the world are, you need help? Former first ladies. You still need help? All right, I'll help you. Michelle Obama certainly qualifies as one, right? She's a rock star. She's a big name. Former First Lady of the United States who beamed over Harvey Weinstein on multiple occasions. Not once, folks. Multiple times. Hobnobbing. She and Barack flying out to fundraisers. He's a big bundler. But better than that, depending on how you look at it, it's not about his bundling. It's about the fact that they're being introduced to stars. And they're starstruck. These two went out there like bumpkins, hating white people. And then they got the hobnob. When they said they knew Harvey, doors opened up. Forget president. Nobody cares about the president. In Hollywood, they cared about him, because he was a rock star president. But still, you got egos. George Clooney. Do you think George Clooney really looks at the president of the United States and thinks, wow, he's an amazing guy? George Clooney can't go anywhere without people fawning all over him. Look at Barack Obama. Barack Obama has to go places and he needs Secret Service. He needs big time security. George Clooney, I can't stand him, but I wouldn't care. If he went through the airport, though, you can bet, man, he would be mobbed. Let him go to the airport and let Barack Obama go to the airport. I bet you the Clooney numbers are bigger than Barack Obama. So you got these guys that are out there, and I'm talking about Michelle Obama, these women, these powerful women, and she's hanging out with Harvey Weinstein, and she wants you to believe that she has no knowledge of his sexual deviancy with a whisper campaign that sounded like a bullhorn. Then there was the other former First Lady and twice failed presidential candidate. Arguably, the most powerful woman in the world at one point, Hillary Clinton hobnobbed with Harvey Weinstein again on multiple occasions. She too protected her ears and ignored the whispers on Weinstein. But now Clinton wants to tell you what she really thinks about him. So she says, I was shocked and appalled by the revelations about Harvey Weinstein. The behavior described by women coming forward cannot be tolerated. Their courage and the support of others is critical in helping to stop this kind of behavior. Now, this is funny on so many levels. It is. Because, first of all, Hillary Clinton's husband is a pretty bad example, or a pretty good example, of Harvey Weinstein. She's one to tweet this. Her daughter tweeted it, and Twitter blew up on her. Like, Chelsea, you do know who your father is, right? Well, people aren't really sure. Some people say it's Webb Hubble. And she does look a bit like Webb Hubble. But she does look like Bill Clinton. I don't know, in a strange kind of way. But now, what's interesting is everybody in Hollywood pretends to be shocked. A sexual predator lived in their midst for decades with the freakiest of sexual desires, and nobody knew. It would be different if Harvey was just like, running around and grabbing women by the breast, and I wouldn't even say that because that's still going to, like, Harvey the breast guy, Harvey the handler or something. But Harvey had some strange things that he liked to have done. And nobody gave him a name. Nobody brought anything up, like gave him a nickname. Literally, hundreds of women, folks, owe their careers to Harvey Weinstein. And many of these women, more than knowing how this man operates, but were victims of him. And I put the victims in quotes because I question if they're really victims. In almost every instance, the reason the person sexually harassed or was assaulted by Harvey Weinstein didn't want to, tell on him, they would lose his or her career. So they make this Faustian deal with the devil, morality versus money. And others like Hillary Clinton, who he didn't molest or rape, didn't want to lose access to power. They refused to acknowledge what they knew about Weinstein because in order for women to get ahead, there's got to be a few casualties, right? You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. And you can bet when this guy dies, they're going to eulogize him the way they did Robert Byrd. He was my friend and mentor, Hillary Clinton said of Robert Byrd. And Bill Clinton talked about Byrd's tangential relationship to the Klan. They'll probably be talking about his tangential relationship molesting women.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.